Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John, and you're at Eureka Street Crypto Hub. This is my video blog. It is 5:22 in the morning, and it is June 14th, Juneteenth, 2021. And this is episode 174. So kind of getting up there in episode numbers. This is my video blog. This is just my journey through crypto, and you're just kind of along for the ride. So definitely not financial advice, and I'm not your teacher, and I'm just kind of going through stuff that I'm learning every single day. And that's what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, so yeah, I'm broadcasting live on Theta TV. I do upload these to YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, and BitTube, and then I'm also on Twitter and Float.app if you want to get a hold of me that way, and I post these videos up there. So yeah, welcome VideoTuber, quick on the draw, first person on this morning, so nice to see you. Alright, let's see here, let's see where to get started. Let's go over here to CoinGecko and see what is up. We got Bitcoin at $39,262. Did it reach 40,000? Let's take a quick look. I want to see, because I kept seeing all these tweets everywhere, just looking for the Bitcoin, looking for Bitcoin to be at 20,000, making calls that way, and I don't think it ever happened, and it did not happen. And then 40,000 ended up being more like the case, but it didn't quite hit 40,000 in the past 24 hours. It just hit $39,813. So that's pretty good. I am not dissing that. I'm quite all right with that. Ethereum, $2,486.49. Tether, $1. Binance Coin, $359.35. Cardano, $1.52. The Doge, 32 cents. XRP, 87 cents. USDC, $1. Yeah, the stablecoin, $1 in 8th place. So we have 2 stablecoins in the top 10 now. And that just, I guess, means a lot of people are trading back and forth with cryptocurrency. Polkadot, $21.43, and Uniswap, $22.77. And then down here we have Solana in 13th place, Chainlink at $23.06, and Polygon at $1.45, and Theta Network at $9.09, just hovering below $10 again, double digits. Let's see, did it make $10 in the past 24 hours? Not quite there, but there's so much going on with Theta right now. I mean, I see so many tweets all over the place talking about this patent or this next phase, or man, I can't even. It's hard for me to even bring news about Theta, because there's always something new happening. So obviously, I'm pretty bullish on Theta, but yeah. So that's that. Let's go over here to my Twitter bookmarks, and I found this interesting. The World Economic, I don't know who Global Bridge Currency is. Obviously an XRP head, but they kind of jump into conclusions here. But still, I found the link interesting. The World Economic Forum is literally telling you the winners of crypto, but your weak hands are selling at a discount to me and my whale buddies. And then he points out Algorand, Cardano, Solo, XRP, Sol is what he's trying to say, XRP, and Stellar. Let's go to the article. I mean, I don't think that it's telling you to buy these. Interesting assumption. That's called eisegesis, not necessarily exegesis of the literature. It's not telling you to buy. It's the conclusion that you wanted it to make. But let's go down and just take a look, though. What is the World Economic Forum saying on cryptocurrencies? And the World Economic Forum, as you probably know, old Mr. Klaus Schwab, the number one supervillain of the world, even looks and acts like a total supervillain, wanting to bring in this great reset and this world where we will own nothing and be happy. And yeah, man, I'm not down for that. I'm down for the cryptocurrency part of it and the Bitcoin side of things. I'm not down with CBDCs and programmable money and the way that could enslave us. By putting us all on universal basic income, make us own nothing, only be. I mean, in the future, I do think AI and automation will kind of take away a lot of ownership, and corporations won't necessarily be top down. They will be decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs. So in that way, I could see us owning less, in a sense, as far as assets like stocks and stuff like that, and more have, and kind of, I don't know how to put this in words, but own cryptocurrencies which are not a share of a company but are a piece of the DAO, and then you stake those tokens in order to secure the network, and you earn a passive income that way. So you won't be shareholders anymore, you'll be stakeholders. And so I can see bits and pieces of this great reset coming into play that could work in a decentralized type of way, but not in the way that they seem to be talking about, and the way a lot of these world leaders try to say build back better and all that stuff, and then put us on some kind of universal basic income to where we're dependent on the state, and they're the ones pulling the lever and pulleys for our food, for our transportation, for everything we do, all based upon some kind of passport that has our health information on it, and you know exactly what's on there that would give us a green light or a red light. I don't want to say it because I don't want to trigger the little socialist bots or communist bots on YouTube or anything like that. That's why I'm glad I post these videos on Odysee and BitChute and stuff like that too. And if you're listening right now on Odysee or BitChute or any other type of alternative media, then congratulations, you have taken the next step to improving your life. So anyway, I'm not saying I don't use YouTube. It reaches quite a bit of people, but anyway, executive summary: as cryptocurrencies transform how we trade, transact, and interact online, it has become more important than ever for technology leaders to have experience with these innovations. I don't think that the World Economic Forum is down with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin in a way takes the power away from them and gives it to all the people and doesn't necessarily centralize the power. But they do love cryptocurrency technology and blockchain technology, because blockchain can also be used to create that CBDC. So CBDCs and Bitcoin and even Ethereum are not the same thing. CBDC is a fiat Fed coin that's pegged to $1 or whatever they're going to want to peg it to, and it is going to be a programmable money in which it will have smart contracts on top of it, and it will tell you basically how much you have, where you can spend it, when you can spend it, how fast you need to spend it, and there'll probably be airdrop and creating helicopter airdrops to people every month. And if you don't have any governance tokens and you haven't staked anything and you're not receiving some kind of passive income, well then basically you're just going to be a slave to UBI. And if you don't have the little shot, the jab or anything, then you might not be able to use that UBI. With a CBDC, you are at the complete mercy of UBI and the government, and that is a problem for me. So that's why I do like things such as Bitcoin better than that. So I'm not crapping on cryptocurrency. I'm crapping on the CBDCs that they're trying to push on us in this programmable money. So there is a difference. Hey, how you doing, Randy? Thanks for jumping on this morning as well. They give me these coins I can give away. Does anybody know what these coins do? I don't know. I have all these coins on the Theta network, and I know T-Fuel, but what do the coins do? Anyway, so I'm sorry for that tangent. And then people a lot of times think that CBDCs and is the same thing and is digital money, just like Visa. Well, it's like my Visa card. It's all digital money, but it's not. It's not the same thing. CBDCs are programmable money. Your Visa is just your Visa card, and it has to go through a bunch of centralized servers and stuff like that. And it is not cryptocurrency in a way. it's how do I describe that, man? I've described it on previous videos. It's early, and I'm having a hard time describing the difference between CBDCs. So the coins are to pay to other streamers, giveaways, and polls. Oh, okay. Huh. All right. But yes, CBDCs are not the same thing as like your Visa card, and Bitcoin is definitely not the same as your Visa card, because Bitcoin does not go through any type of central server or a bank network or anything like that. They can't turn off Bitcoin. They can't shut it down. They can't keep you from receiving it or anything like that. Where your Visa card, obviously at the gas pump, if they don't like where you're going or what you're doing, they can turn it off like that. And that is more akin to CBDCs as well. Okay, so let's go on down here. VideoTubers is still answering my questions about these coins that you can get on Theta Network. If you open a giveaway with predictions in it, you can choose stuff to win, and people use coins to reply and earn tickets to win the prizes. Ah, okay. So yeah, I guess there would have to be some kind of learning curve on trying to figure out how to do a giveaway, but it's not really what I'm trying to do on this show. I guess is to run giveaways and things like that, and polls. I mean, I like talking to you guys, but it's not something I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to sit here and talk about cryptocurrency. But anyway, so the World Economic Forum here goes down and they just talk about the whole method. They teach you all about some of the basics, and it's actually not a bad rundown of cryptocurrency for a beginner to just kind of figure out what it's all about, exploring the blockchain, how to make transactions, what a block explorer is, pseudonymity versus anonymity. Now this is going to be interesting, I think. Most blockchains enable pseudonymity but not anonymity, meaning they do not guarantee a user will be unidentifiable. And that's true. With Bitcoin, there's Chainalysis. Pretty much at this point, they can figure out who's doing what transactions on Bitcoin, and the IRS and the CIA have the means to do that. However, with this new Taproot upgrade, I'm not sure how easy that's going to be, because they're going to start implementing ring signature type of technology. And if you aren't familiar with ring signature, then that's the technology behind Monero, which is a super private coin that they have not yet cracked. So pseudonymity means that identifiers on the blockchain are not directly linked to real world identifiers such as names, addresses, or identifications. So basically it's just logged to your wallet address. So anybody can look at a block explorer and see the history or what a specific wallet address is doing, but if they have not connected that wallet address to a person's identity, then it's pseudonymous, but it's not anonymous. When looking at a block explorer, you will not see the names of individuals or institutions, but rather strings of data representing those holders' public key addresses. With enough effort, however, most of those addresses can be linked back to identifiers, and this can be done via examination of on-chain activity, Chainalysis, transactions, histories, and trails, and an analysis of other data such as timestamps and IP addresses associated with transactions. So that's why it's always good to use a VPN too. Okay, and it's and the video tuber is also saying about these coins. Sorry, I keep popping back to these coins because I'm interested in this. It's icons, if any, at the left of the T-Fuel earned. Okay, yeah, so in your Theta network, you can see where you're earning T-Fuel from watching videos, and you see the coins you've gained as well. And those, I guess, can be used in online surveys and stuff like that for prizes. Okay, so anyway, so what does the World Economic Forum say about privacy? As discussed earlier, most blockchains store data in a way that is publicly accessible at any time. There are, however, a handful of privacy coins that enable private blockchain transactions. Two of the best-known projects focusing on this use case are Monero and Zcash, a fork of the Bitcoin protocol. They use zero-knowledge proofs to maintain privacy. Use a fork. Yeah, so Monero does not use zero-knowledge proofs. Zcash does. Monero uses ring signatures. The basic idea behind ZKP's zero-knowledge proofs consists consists in allowing one party to prove to another, a verifier, the possession of a certain information without revealing that information. And basically they use the analogy a lot of times of Alibaba's cave, where you have a cave, and then inside that cave there is a door, and you send somebody into that cave, and you know that that person has gone through a door because they come back out of that cave, but you don't know which side of the door they went through, but you know that they went through the door. I mean, it's a really simple analogy, but it kind of explains that a transaction has occurred, but you don't know exactly what occurred, but it shows a way to prove that that transaction occurred. So it's zero knowledge proof. So anyway, they talk about ring signatures over here as well, and that talks about running a node, the basics of how to run a node and stuff like that, or what is running a node, consensus mechanisms of mining, and energy consumption. They're basically explaining proof of work, and they're pretty objective about it, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of this literature that the World Economic Forum comes out with is not necessarily bad literature. I don't necessarily love everything that the World Economic Forum is doing right now, but for creating literature to be able to learn about some of this technology, they don't do a bad job of it. So they just talk about some of the different languages that the blockchains are written in, and then there's governance tokens. So they do, they're pretty thorough, but the cryptocurrencies here that they choose, this is where this person was coming to this assumption that they are basically here. The World Economic Forum is literally telling you the winners of crypto, but your weak hands are selling at a discount to me and my whale buddies. I don't think that they're telling us which ones to use. They're using these as examples, but I'm just wondering why they chose these as examples. Algorand, open source, permissionless, PPOS blockchain protocol. I can't remember what PPOS stands for, but it's a type of proof of stake. It enables traditional finance and delegated financial businesses to build decentralized applications. So it ties back to traditional finance. Algorand allows for 1,000 transactions per second with a ledger close time of approximately 5 seconds. The following resources are available to learn more about scalability on Algorand, so they give us the websites. Then Cardano, open source proof of stake blockchain network and smart contract platform that aims to provide multiple features through layered design and modularity. Allows for 257 transactions per second. Okay, and then Celo, this is the one that I've been seeing Coinbase pushing hard, and it kind of, it's definitely in an institutional token that a lot of them are pushing really hard. And then XRPL, XRP, and then Solana and Stellar. So I'm surprised to see Solana on here. Solana is really the only one on here that I guess I like Cardano. I'm waiting. The verdict for me on Cardano is out. It's just, I like the ideas of the stuff they're doing, but I'm waiting. I hold Cardano, and I'm gonna buy some Solana as well, but I'm just wondering why they chose these particular cryptocurrencies to put on their website and not some of the others. And then they just talk about compliance and regulatory considerations, and they talk about KYC and anti-money laundering and all that type of stuff. So I don't know, you be the judge. Their conclusion: this manual represents only the first steps of getting started working with cryptocurrency. The processes, considerations, and resources imparted in this guide only skim the surface of the opportunities that exist in working with cryptocurrency. And I agree, cryptocurrency is a nascent technology, and there is tons of opportunity right now. It is definitely the Wild West and the gold rush of 2021. Indeed, one of the key challenges of putting this guide together came down to the need to be fastidious about what to include. As you continue to explore the cryptocurrency ecosystem, you can engage more broadly by experimenting with or using open blockchain protocols not mentioned here. You can also engage in more depth, diving further into the possibilities around programmability, governance, and scalability. No matter what your reason for using this guide, it is critical to understand these technologies, their trade-offs and implications, and how they might be leveraged to transform industries. The best way to be prepared to speak to these subjects, advocate for sensible approaches to the new technology and build projects is to develop a first-hand understanding of cryptocurrency systems. We encourage you to open your computer and get hands-on with everything that has been covered and see for yourself the promises and indeed the limitations of this technology. So yeah, I mean, at least they're telling you to do your own research. So yeah, I probably would have picked 6 other cryptocurrencies. Not sure what I would have picked, but I would have also talked about a little more about like DeFi and stuff like that, and Aave perhaps. What these loan applications, the loan protocols kind of look like. So there's. Yeah, I really think they should have touched on DeFi. I don't see that has come about here. So interesting. What do you think that they should have talked about? Yeah, the World Economic Forum. Who put these guys in charge? Anyway, so where am I on time? I'm at 20 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's go back over here to the bookmarks. I do see, I'm a big fan of the Chainlink blockchain, or not blockchain, but Oracle. And what that is Chainlink, if you don't know, it is basically the Oracle, which is a piece of code that allows real world data to be funneled up onto the blockchain for use, because a blockchain, it costs a ton of money to store information on it. So Chainlink helps the algorithms and the code in the blockchain to be able to use real world data to process, and so such as sports scores, weather data, price feeds for exchanges and stuff like that. And there's so much more right now going on Chainlink, because now they can do transactions as side chains as well and take some of the load and a lot of the bloat off the blockchain. And they have front running fair sequencing services that prevent front running. So it's way more now than just an Oracle. And this protocol value right here, I would recommend following it. They do put out a lot of really good tweets and that are very informative, and a lot of link oriented tweets as well. But this particular thread, in the future, Link will have a supply shortage, as every data provider and node operator would need to have Link as collateral to offer data services in Web3. 100% of the circulating supply of Link will be locked up in staking to secure the network. 100%? That's a pretty large statement. This will spark Layer 2 Link lending protocols. Okay, such as I don't know. This can be done either by Chainlink team as a part of staking, or by a third-party smart contract provider. There will be smart contract lending agreements of Link to lend out for new Chainlink market participants. And then the way it will work, smart contracts will be served as a lending agreement for providing Link in exchange for predetermined fixed variable yield that will come from service provider revenue. And then, so instead of purchasing Link in the secondary market, which assumes lots of upfront investment, new data providers / node operators will be able to borrow Link to provide greater yield than of staking. So they're saying that they would borrow the Link to help their nodes instead of buying it up front. And then there's a side note, this is just an assumption of one variation where supply shortage happens. So then, of course, we have some rebuttal here. It would seem that any supply shortage would be temporary and resolved through market repricing Link tokens. That's how supply demand works. And then here's their protocol values response. For every ask, there should be bid in order for a replacement to happen, aka equilibrium to occur. What if 10K is the price per one Link and data provider needs to lock in 10 to hundreds of them as collateral? This is a big upfront investment even for banks. And then somebody else here comes back saying, although I agree with the dynamic you're talking about, the nature of superlinear staking impact scaling exponentially with a number of nodes means that the insane collateral requirements we originally thought existed are much lower. Still agree, public float will trend towards zero. And then protocol comes back saying, agree with that too. Some participants may seek higher yield and more riskier, because if data quality is at fault, they forfeit their Link. And then more riskier, and potentially will go this route where yield is much higher, balancing off some of the potential losses. Will depend on appetite. So interesting. I'm just kind of showing you this protocol value Twitter account, and they come off with some pretty interesting ideas about Chainlink and about DeFi and stuff like that. Chainlink evolution at a scale, Deco, hybrid smart contracts, HSCs, enterprise adoption to Finance 1.0, Finance 1.0 to the derivatives. So here's the progression of Link here. They're saying it's starting with DeFi, and then crypto, and gold, and then here's the share of the market that right now that DeFi holds, that crypto holds, that gold holds, that stock market holds, real estate, and derivatives. So as you can see, once Link starts tapping into a lot of these derivatives, then you have, just not just with Chainlink either, just with cryptocurrency in general. Once it starts tapping into, this is all the gold in the world right here, and then put this, and here's derivatives. It's just trillions and trillions of dollars. I've seen another graphic where it goes and it just shows all the world assets divided out, and derivatives just keeps on, the page just keeps scrolling on. It's quadrillions of dollars. It's insane. And if you have a cryptocurrency protocol that starts tapping into derivatives like it's moving towards, then you've opened up like an entire can of worms. So so anyway, I don't have a whole lot more today. I've been working basically on some Komodo videos. Right now I'm making a instructional video on the Bitcoin protocol and how transactions work. So this is for the Komodo Developer Academy. If you are interested in possibly becoming a developer or just in learning about cryptocurrency in general, there's so much literature on here, so go take a look. I'm doing this voluntarily because I want to be a part of this developer academy, and this is my way to learn about it. So I learn through teaching, and so I'm creating right now. I've done a video on Bitcoin programming languages or on cryptocurrency programming languages, and now I'm working on this one, the Bitcoin protocol, how transactions work. So we're going through the source code in C++. I'm explaining unspent transaction outputs right here, then Bitcoin script and opcodes. So Bitcoin is built in C++, like the programming and the scaffolding and all that type of stuff, and the structure and the framework. But the actual transactions that occur, that's done with the scripting language, like smart contracts, that's done with Solidity and JavaScript. Well, Bitcoin has its own that's not even associated with JavaScript or Solidity or anything. It's called Bitcoin script. And that's been a tough thing for programmers because they haven't really been able to put smart contracts into Bitcoin code because Bitcoin script is there and it's not really built for smart contracts. So that's been kind of a tough thing for programmers, and how Ethereum came about because they built smart contracting language inside Ethereum where it's not really built into Bitcoin. So that's a difference, and Bitcoin script is mainly used for transactions and is not really used for smart contracts, although there are some basic rudimentary smart contracts in Bitcoin, but it's not made for it. And then we're going here to talk about private keys and the asymmetric encryption in Bitcoin, and then talking about wallet addresses, and then just some of the way transactions are done, pay to pub key, just purely key to key type of transactions, and then pay to pub key hash, which has kind of a hash account address attached to it to shorten it out a little bit, and then pay to script hash, which is used mainly for multi-sig type of applications. So I go into some more detail into stuff like that. All these articles are going to start to be published as we go along. And this guy Delton Rhodes really makes some pretty good articles, and I've learned a lot so far by reading a lot of this stuff in order to be able to talk about it in videos. So pretty cool stuff, man. Like I said, I learned by teaching, I learned by doing, and hopefully in a year's time from now, I can quit my day job and get on the road with my show. So all right, man. I got to get to work. It is now 5:51, and I'm gonna do a little more work on this, and then drink my kombucha and eat my banana and my apple and make my beet and berries smoothie, and start about my day and get on my hour-long commute. Yeah, so I hope you guys, wherever you are, have a good day. I know, people are watching from Portugal, people are watching from France. Randy, you're from Florida. Videotuber, I think you're from France. Let me know where you guys are. I'm always super interested in all this. To me, it's just like, it blows my mind of everybody's different perspectives and locations and their reasons for learning about it. Oh, Lady Starmer's from Florida too. All right, so we got Randy and Lady Starmer watching from Florida. So yeah, people's perspectives and why they're into this and what is driving you to learn about cryptocurrency. Is it you trying to preserve the value of your savings in dollars, or is it because you love the tech, or you love speculating? Is it a game to you, like all these meme coins? You get into meme coins like a game. What drives you? All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.